Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I love talking about books. And in today's video I will be talking about all the books I read in June. So that is very exciting, I feel like. Not gonna lie, June wasn't my favorite or best reading month yet. It might have been the worst. Numbers wise and ratings wise, it wasn't great, but we still read a couple of books. Actually, still quite a lot, I feel like. It wasn't that bad. All in all, I read 10 books and I actually read all of them, like not a single audiobook in there, which is crazy, but I'm just not having the time to listen to an audiobook, which is so sad. Anyways, so let's start in the beginning, where I read the second book in the Heroes of Olympus series, which is The Son of Neptune. I actually read that on the way back and forth to the Eras tour, which was also this month, so that was really great and a 10 out of 10, so I loved that. And honestly, this book was so cute and so fun. I was just on the biggest book slump in that moment, so that was hindering the experience. I mean, I was able to read it and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna give it 4 stars because I could objectively see it was a good book, but I just book slumped, but whole about the video about that if you wanna watch me get out of it, because I did get out of it. But yeah, this is about Percy, Hazel and Frank. Also the happiness when I saw that Percy's POV was back, I was like, thank God. But yeah, this is really fun. They go on a quest, they save a god, it's super fun. They actually, I think they got to Alaska, which I love Percy Jackson books because they always go to a different state and I feel like that's extremely fun. And yeah, had a really good time reading it, technically, I don't know, but yeah. This was good. And also the Percy Bath stuff in it was absolutely 10 out of 10, but I can't really say too much because it's part of a big series. But I'm excited for the next one. Then I read The Family Remains to close off this chapter, and this was the second book in the Family Upstairs series of thrillers that Lisa Joel put out. I love Lisa Joel books. They are so fun, so amazing. I just love them so much. So this was really fun to read, and yeah, I mean the mystery wasn't that great, but I just love her writing and it went by so quickly. I think I read in like 2 sittings, so that, like, it was a really quick and easy read. But I just feel like the mystery, we already knew who killed the person, so the police were trying to figure it out and we already knew from the first one, so what was that? So that was that. Yeah, it was good. I gave it 3.5 stars. Then I read on my Kindle because I actually got back into library books this month, which makes me feel kind of good for my money, but not good for my physical TBR right behind me. But I read the Happily Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez on my Kindle from my library, and that is the second book in the Friendzone series. And not gonna lie, I kind of went into this book with a bad taste in my mouth because it just felt so unnecessary from how the last one ended, you know what I mean? So I didn't like how she did that. But this is about a couple, and the girl finds the dog of the guy, and the guy is traveling through Australia right now because he is a singer and he's on tour, so he can't pick up the dog who ran away. And so she's taking care of the dog, and while she's doing that, they're talking and phone calling, and then he gets back from tour and they fall in love, and there's this whole struggle thing obviously going on with him being a superstar and like really famous and going on a long tour, and she just kind of want that, and it's just, trying to be compatible. It was a cute romance, but I think knowing why they got together, which I can't say if you haven't read The Friendzone, I just don't love that, But it was all in all really cute, and yeah, I feel like Abby Jimenez books, they just get better and better the more books she puts out. So reading her second book out is obviously not gonna be as good as her last one, which I love. So, and then I read my most anticipated release of the year, Not in Love. I read that in a 24-hour readathon. the disappointment is hopefully coming across the screen because, oh my goodness, I thought it was going to be my new favorite Ellie Hazelwood book, and it's my least favorite. Like, I actually want to cry thinking about it because I just did not love it at all. It was so physical and graphic and sexual and spicy for so long. Like, okay, let's do 2 pages. No, not 2 chapters, I don't know, but it was like 50 pages non-stop, and I was like, okay, we had enough slices. We actually, like, okay, do the spice, you know, but then also do a lot of other stuff. Don't make it this short, because imagine if half of that is spice, you only have this much left, I feel like. And then because it's a STEM romance like Ellie Hazelwood usually does, I just didn't love the STEM aspect because it didn't feel like STEM-esque, more like financy-esque. I hated that as well. So it was only the teeny tiny bit of romance I loved, but I was hating about all the spice, and it only because the romance only felt physical. So it was rough, and I'm gonna give it 3 to 3.5 stars, somewhere around that. And believe me, this is really hard to say. I hate it too. But yeah, this is about Rue and Eli, who meet because they meet on a dating app, but then they really meet because he and his business partners are trying to buy the best friend's business from the girl, Rue, where she's also working at, and that just clashes and stuff. And yeah, yeah, I think I've said enough. Then I read The Housemaid's Watching, also a new release by Frida McFadden, which I love Frida's book because they're short and sweet and quick to read and interesting, and they're for free, or if you have Kindle Unlimited, which is great. The only thing I did not like about this book is that it just felt really slow. Like, this book was, I think, split up in 2 parts, and the first part, nothing happened. Legit nothing. You could have done that so much quicker and so much more interesting, and so much, like, everything could have happened earlier, but it didn't. And I get she needed to build, like, the story. The story is happening like 10 to 15 years later after the other book, so she had to explain some stuff, but still a little bit quicker would have been nice. So I'm also gonna give that book 3 stars. So those were some really disappointing new releases, but that's okay, because then we read Powerful by Lauren Roberts, and this was really cute. This was so sweet and short and cute and perfect length. Honestly, I like the romance in it. It is about Dina, who's Peyton's best friend from Powerless, and about another guy, Mac, and they're trying to help Peyton, and stuff is happening, and if you know how Powerless ends, you know how this ends, but that's the point, so I'm trying to ignore that. But yeah, this was pretty sweet and made me really excited for the next books, because basically I read that one, and then I read Powerless after, which was super fun and yeah, a good time. I am not done yet because it's just been a little bit slower because I already read it, but I want to reread it before the next one comes out. But it's not 5-star, so I feel like it's just been a little bit slow. You know what I mean? But because I don't remember a lot, but I remember the main things. So I'm like, well, she can talk to him, but he's gonna do that, and that's not gonna be great. So, you know what I mean? That's on that. But I am almost done, and I'm gonna finish it before the end of July because the end of June, because I'm going home, but I can't. I need to film the video right now, but I still have a few days of June where I'm gonna finish this, so I just wanted to include it. Yeah. Then I read the last book in my 24-hour readathon. I read Imogen, obviously. Finally, this was on my TBR for so long, and I feel so glad I read it. And it was a really cute YA story. Perfect timing. I really needed a funny, sweet YA romance, and it delivered on point. A 10 out of 10. And I'm actually gonna give that one 4.5 stars. But it's about Imogen, who's visiting her best friend at college, and she's just experiencing new things, being thrown into a new friendship group, and yeah, It's really sweet. It's very sweet. And yeah, then I read then I read What Lies in the Woods by Kate Ellis Marshall, which is a thriller that I got like a year ago. So me actually reading the books from a physical TBR. And this was a fun thriller that was super short and super quick and interesting about 3 girls. One of them gets attacked in the woods 20 years ago by a serial killer, but she survives, and then the serial killer dies and she goes back into the town, talks to her friends, and all this stuff kind of starts happening. And it's a really, really good thriller. I really enjoyed it, so I gave that one 3.75 to 4 stars. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it was really... Guess what? My camera just died, so we're back. I just had to charge it for a little bit, but I think I was talking about this one, but I don't remember where it was. But yeah, 4 stars, really funny, not funny, really thrilling and like exciting and a good story. So I would recommend. And then I read Betting on You, which also has been on my TBR for quite a while, so I'm glad I finally read it. And this was also just exactly what I needed, a very fun YA story and romance, and it was so cute, about Charlie and Bailey. I could cry thinking about it. So sweet, so sweet. And honestly, I think this might have been my favorite from all of Lynn Painter's books, topping Betting on You, no, topping Better Than the Movies, which feels like a very unpopular opinion, but I just love them. I absolutely did. Charlie left and ate no crumbs. Left and ate and left no crumbs. And so cute, so sweet. And I was talking about their divorce because both their parents are divorced and moving on and, you know, figuring out new things. And it was just so good. So sweet and so good. So 4 stars to Betting on You. Maybe 4.5. I'm just gonna write a new rating every year, so look at that, not me talking, because I still don't know. I haven't decided yet. But I'm gonna get you back. If you know, you know. So yeah. And those were all the books I read in June. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you in the next one. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys. Bye. Bye.